Now, the Accra High Court is expected to begin the trial of Galamsey kingpin Aisha Huang after prosecution compiled with the court's directive to file all disclosures, documents and witness statements the claimant intends to rely on. At least 11 witnesses will mount the witness box in the Accra High Court case, with the first of them billed to take the stand as the state opens its case today, November 9th. The Chinese Galamsey Queen has pleaded not guilty to 4 charges, including re-entering Ghana without a permit from the Ghana Immigration Service. The court, at the last hearing on October 24, 2022, reaffirmed its stance not to grant bail to N1, aka Aisha Huang. Aisha Huang is facing concurrent criminal charges at the Accra High Court, despite the trial ongoing at the Circuit Court. A court correspondent, Elvis Andor, joins me via Zoom for a conversation on the numerous legal cases on the radar and what is expected from today's trial of Aisha Huang. Elvis, welcome to the program. What more can you tell us concerning the case of Aisha Huang today?
Okay, Aisha Huang will be in court today, and today we'll be having possibly the first witness to actually tell us why Aisha Huang should not be given bail, or Aisha Huang should be charged with the charges that have been leveled against her. Now, you remember that prosecution had earlier cited that they are not actually prepared with the documents and the disclosures that they need on the case, and so pleaded for an adjournment for the case. And then the Attorney General also stated that they would like to serve an additional witnesses to the case, and which the court granted the permission which was sought by the Attorney General. So the Attorney General actually allowed that they should continue with what they need to do before today, which is November 9th. So the Attorney General now, we can say, have filed the disclosures that is expected on the Aisha Huang case, has filed the witness statement, which we are expecting to have 11 witnesses, but all of them cannot be in the box at the same time. So it will be done one after the other. So today the first witness would come, and then probably the second and the third. Then subsequent dates, when the case is adjourned, the other witnesses would follow suit until all the 11 witnesses are exhausted. So today's hearing is basically the commencement of the trial after the case management conference. So the case management conference has to do with the fact that both lawyers, that is the defendant and the accused, the defendant and the claimant, will now come and then look at the evidence that they are going to serve each other. Then they will see which one they have, that is each other, which one they have and which one they don't, and then they will argue on it. Then as the trial begins, this is where we'll be having objections over issues that will be raised, and the court would now decide which it will overrule and which it will not overrule.
Right. Can you tell us the latest on her 4 accomplices? We earlier got to hear that the court threatened to release them because they had no Chinese interpreters. How far with that?
Okay, so earlier when the 4 accomplices were brought to court, we had one Vietnam guy and also some other Chinese, which are the 3 Chinese, a lady and then 2 gentlemen. Now, when we went to court on that day, that was 2 weeks ago, the court indicated that they are not actually happy with the way prosecution is going with the case, because if you bring a case to court, you should get an interpreter who would actually explain to the accused person what is happening in court. And per the information that was gathered by the court, the Vietnamese interpreter had traveled out of the country, and so they don't have anyone to interpret the hearing and the case for the interpreter and for the Vietnam accused person. Now, with regards to the Chinese interpreter, he too is not available. As at when the court is sitting, he is either actually in another court interpreting for another person, or not in the region at the moment. So the court indicated that if the prosecution does not make necessary arrangements, then automatically they will be granted bail regardless of whatever the case may be.
Right. Elvis, hang in there. I'll come back to you.